What's up, geeks and everyone else? Welcome to Geek Mythology, a podcast brought to you by my good friend Sow.
And Seth here, also known as Sugi on YouTube.
What is up, everyone? We are here with another episode, and it's been in real life. It's been quite some time since we last recorded.
6 weeks?
Yeah, a few weeks. A bunch of stuff has happened. Like, we've seen stuff. I've seen lots of things.
I've seen too many things in the past 6 weeks that I can't talk about.
What do you mean, Sal?
It's a bit, nothing too traumatizing other than school. If you can call school.
I'm in my brain. I'm going through a few things, which I think you might be alluding to, but I'm not quite sure exactly. But we can leave it there.
I'm not alluding to anything.
Okay. Yes, okay. I mean, I've seen a bunch of stuff. I've, seen, how many? 3 anime? Or 3 seasons of, different anime. I've read books, and I've started a new book. I found myself reading a bunch more, this year.
You were listening.
Yes. Yeah. It's just easier, though, to listen. I can multitask. I could do stuff and have the book in the background. So I mean, that is why I prefer listening to audiobooks rather than reading. But I do like reading in the sense that with audiobooks you don't know how things are spelt, and you don't know what the words look like.
And I guess the speaker probably is better at emoting speech than you.
Yeah. I sometimes I do both. I listen to it and read at the same time. Because I do like seeing how the words look for some reason. I don't know if that's what other people have, but I do like being able to see the words and read the book rather than listening to it.
It's sort of I guess I can say it's sort of like what happens in school, where somebody else is reading, but you're also following along. So it's you don't have to try as hard, but you're still following.
Yeah. But the thing is, with just listening, I find myself sometimes losing focus or zoning out. But maybe that's because I multitask a lot.
Seth, you know what zoning out can do? It can make you skip things. Do you know what you've skipped?
I love that segue.
The worst segue ever.
Okay, here's the joke.
That was the worst segue ever because I cut you off. I'm just stop. No, we're doing the joke now.
I mean, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this, guys. He's accidentally shown me the answer because I didn't realize he does that. I think he's done it recently.
No. Did I show you the answer?
No. There's still the impact when you say it, but just say it.
Okay, what type of tea is hard to swallow?
Oh, I don't know. What type of tea is hard to swallow?
Reality.
Is this a personal attack or something?
I don't know. It could be an attack on everyone listening. I am sorry.
It's an attack on everyone.
It's an attack on the majority demographic of this podcast audience.
Yeah.
So wait, to explain why I accidentally revealed the answer, I put it on this document in white text, so you don't obviously see it. But when you highlight it, you can see it, right? And I just wanted to remind myself.
I just happened to be looking at the document.
I just wanted to remind myself what the answer was, and
that's funny. If we could do a quick tangent about basically in our school there's prefects, and we both applied for prefect.
Yes.
And this man did some big brain move of putting some jokes in a white text.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, to say the least.
I put a few jokes. There was I mentioned in the prefect application, at the bottom there's a section which just asks you, is there anything you want include that may help with your application for Prefect. And I just put down, oh, I'm in choir, and then I put in a joke relating to singing in white, and then I also put right at the bottom of the page a prequel quote: "I have brought peace, freedom, security, and justice to my new empire." Put that in white text.
I'm pretty
sure. The jokes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure by the time this episode comes out, we'll know whether we're Prefect or not.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? After I sent it, I had a bit of anxiety. I was like, oh no, what if they find out? What am I going to do? How am I going to explain this? And I was just like, I had a...
No, you can say, this makes you even... This is why you're approachable. You know?
And yeah. But like, I don't think they've realized, because I did have an interview about it, and like... Yeah. They didn't bring it up at all, so I assume that they just haven't seen it as intended. Like, if they did for some reason discover the text in white, then they deserve to find it. Like, do you guys normally highlight your document? Because I don't.
No, not when you're reading somebody else's, at least.
Yeah.
Especially.
I kind of forgot what this episode was about.
Are you sure you're looking at it on the notes? I get it. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, or more specifically, the whole franchise as a whole.
So, yeah. A few weeks ago, we got this announcement that Avatar, the show, not the Blue People one, Avatar is getting their own like studio, which is super amazing because it means that we're gonna get like more Avatar content. And not just like Netflix live action.
That's still happening, mind you.
It is still happening, but like we're getting animations. I hope. Yeah. Hopefully.
And the first thing that's going to release is a feature film, animated. Yeah.
Do you know or have any inkling to what this movie might be about?
That's a good point. Like, the thing is, like, there have been a lot of like comics and books, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'd inherently animate those stories that have existed. Some of them might, but I don't know if they will, because they can still make money if people buy it.
Yeah.
But in terms of what the feature film could be, I don't know, because like with Aang and like that gang, I guess there's the post-war, like there might be little rebellions and stuff.
Yeah, like. Yeah.
But then with Korra, there's not really anything, unless they want to like animate her adventures in the spirit world. That won't be a feature film. That won't be the feature film.
I was also wondering if a feature film might be like a movie that they might show on TV, or would they try and make it big and make it like something that they can make big bucks in the cinemas?
I feel like the term feature film normally refers to cinemas.
That's true, yeah. Because like you've got like not Toy Story, Tom and Jerry or SpongeBob. They've had like movie spin-offs, I guess. But they've never really, in my eyes at least, from my experience, I don't see them as big bucks animated movies like the sort of stuff DreamWorks or Disney would produce.
So like SpongeBob has had 2 films in cinemas, but not really anything outside of that. Well, Tom and Jerry has had 1 or 2 films in cinemas, but like a whole bunch like on like, DVD, like direct. With Avatar, it is because like they're going to be on like the Paramount thing, aren't they?
Right? Yeah. So I think I think that especially in a sort of pandemic market, what's the word? Yeah. Setting. Like streaming is like a big thing now. Like Disney they're releasing movies on Disney Plus and cinemas, and I think that's what they want to do here, is that they want to release any sort of future project in this new streaming service called Paramount Plus. I wonder where they got their name from.
We said that at the same time.
Do you think we have some psychic power going on here? Because
No,
this is like the
absolutely
second
not.
time that we've said like the same thing.
Is that?
I'm pretty sure like there was another time where we said the same thing.
Yeah, but yeah, this is going to be interesting because obviously Avatar is a vastly popular series that has only gotten more popular with its series being released on Netflix as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I guess it's just. I mean, I'm one of them. I'm one of the people who got into Avatar because it was on Netflix, and I guess because there was like a newly resurfaced discussion on the internet, and like you've seen it, I think, or you've seen
Yeah,
Korra.
I have the most weird relationship with Avatar in terms of how I watched it. Like back in 2014 when Korra was releasing, right?
Yeah,
I watched the first three seasons of Korra, but then I never went back to watch the fourth. Or
yeah.
maybe it wasn't even out yet. I can't remember. But only last year in 2020, almost a year ago now, I decided, you know what? Let's watch the original. Let's watch Airbender. And then a few months later, I finished Korra off. So like, I have this weird way to say that like with the Avatar franchise, I started and finished with Korra,
I mean, you did the
which is
same.
interesting.
You came full circle. Yeah, I was gonna say you
Yeah.
kind of did the same thing with Star Wars. You saw everything else, and then the original trilogy
To
last.
be fair, my plan was to watch it in chronological order, but by the time by before I could even start the OG trilogy, the sequels came out, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
eh, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to Avatar.
Back to
It's just
Avatar.
they
Yeah,
have so many stories they could follow. They could do it like um yeah. What you said here is they're gonna create content spanning animated series and films, obviously from the original creators as well.
yeah,
Talked about Paramount Plus, but it's like the sort of series we could see, considering like I think the things that most people would want is because Kiyoshi's got her reputation now from like books, and everybody's like she's saying like she's the most like epic character, she's the most epic avatar,
yes.
other than
I
like Aang
think
and Korra.
I think a Kyoshi series or movie is actually a movie could be a really good idea for Kyoshi. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
think you could if you want to introduce something new, and you want to like maybe in the future build off from that like time period, a movie is a good place to start because
yeah.
it will reach a large audience. I
Like I
think.
have no idea what the storyline of the Kyoshi books slash comics
Same.
were.
I need to.
Yeah,
I
but
want to read
another
it.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
another thing that's possible is something that exists as a comic, right?
Yeah.
Is something called The Search.
Is I think I've heard of it. Is it to do with Zuko's mum?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
where they went off to look for Zuko's mum.
Yeah.
I've not read it, but like that would be something like that's like one loose end they just left, right? They were like
Yeah.
he's just screaming at his father like, "Where is my mother?" And it's like they never come back to it.
Oh, and then
Like
in Korra, right, there was that moment where, like, what's her name? Jinora asks old Katara, like, "Oh, did you ever find out what happened to Zuko's mum?" And then what's her name? Ikki, the little
the
sister,
younger sister,
was
yeah.
like interrupts and like starts asking about like the battles and adventures they went,
Oh,
and it was like
I only
the
yeah.
biggest like name
Okay.
drop or
No,
thingy.
I only rewatched book three, not book one and two of Korra, right?
Yeah,
So like I don't even remember this happening, but like that's so annoying if they're like if it's
yeah.
just like they ask a question it's like so it's like this whole thing where it's like you know this thing that you mentioned before is like or like something interesting, something really cool, and
You
then
know the
somebody else
biggest cliffhanger that you left on at the end of the massively popular show. Yes, I'm gonna bring up that cliffhanger and then just completely throw it in the dust.
yeah.
uh, um, yeah. So
But
yeah, a
yeah,
show would be
Zuko's
great.
mom is something.
Um,
Because like
yeah,
it's a search that they just go on. I guess like they actually follow. Zuko follows up to it, and they make a comic. They make a 4-part comic series about it. So
is it? Do you think it's long enough to be its own show, or do you think they're gonna have a another
I mean,
long show set after, which will incorporate all these different arcs and different like
I
storylines?
think like I've seen this happen where like I mean, like, did you? I don't know if another series called Whack Fu did it, but like, they could, instead of making a cartoon series, make a film series.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how long the comics are. That's the other thing. Like, we know these things exist. We just don't know much about them.
Yeah. I was gonna say, in terms of shows, do you have any like, let's say, 3 different ideas that you have if you were like working for Nickelodeon? What are your like 3 shows that you would want to
Oh,
make? Or it could be like fan
what
favorite
are
shows.
things that I want to see? Um, I doubt they do it, but the next Avatar.
No, that's good. No, that's a valid what do you say? My words aren't coming out today. A valid
Vocabulary is gone.
recommendation. Not a
Yeah.
suggestion. There we go. Because there is this like web novel, like fan made thingy going on called The Legend of Genji, which is
I've heard of that.
like the Avatar after Korra, which is like set in like the 60s, like if you compare it to our world. Because like Korra was like
Korra
early
was during like
early
the
1900s, I
last
guess.
year of the
Yeah.
Industrial Revolution.
It's
Yeah, well,
it reminds me of Fantastic Beasts, like that time period, because you've got like old-fashioned cars and stuff. Planes just got invented, that sort of thing.
it's just like the thing is the first. I don't know, like if I feel like it would take the Avatar world far longer to reach modern day technology than it did our world.
You think?
Because I don't think they really. The communication will keep going, but I don't know if stuff like the internet will come around because like their world is again so dependent on like other stuff. But I
Oh
guess
yeah, like at Bending,
yeah,
they like here we have power stations and like solar panels and stuff, but in over there they have people lightning bending to get electricity.
yeah.
So it's very like manpower intensive, I guess.
Ooh,
But no,
wait.
the thing
I'm literally
is,
just looking at our website
um,
now, like talking about it. But yeah,
like a few like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is like I don't know 50 years or 60 years before Korra. In Ba Sing Se, they had like that train system, right? That was powered by earthbending. So there is I guess there's a sense of yes, it might
oh
not be
yeah,
as
yeah,
developed, but in other ways it's more developed because they've got bending. Like yeah.
yeah. Another thing that I just saw is stuff about like further. I'm sorry, I'm just reading. Ko the Face Stealer, who's just
Oh
mentioned
yeah,
a lot.
Ko. Yeah. I
A
think
whole new.
without getting into too many spoilers, I think Ko, the face stealer, or some sort of spirit, is like involved in the search. I remember like reading something.
Yeah,
Um,
I did wonder like how many avatars have there been before Aang?
before Aang,
Before Aang, yeah.
it named avatars or like avatars in total
That
because
yeah, just in total.
there's a lot. Like I think you know that scene where what's the scene in Korra where she looks into all the different avatars to call on for
Yeah, there were
advice.
like hundreds of
There's
them,
like
weren't
loads of
there?
them. There's like a few named
Yeah.
ones. There's Kyoshi, which is the big one, and like that's gonna be great for like female representation.
Yeah, because she's had a we've said she's had her own whole book series.
Yeah, and
Like
she's like
the
a
Rise of
powerful
Kyoshi.
avatar. You've got like what's his name, Kuruk, who was like the water avatar before.
Who was like the shortest living avatar
Yeah,
ever.
and then there was Yang Chen, the Airbender avatar before
Yeah.
Aang.
I think like yeah, for what they could do, it doesn't have to be necessarily like series. It could even be like you know what Marvel's doing. Like it could just be film series. I don't know, or like shorts, mini series of like like six 20-minute episodes sort of series, right? For short story arcs.
Yeah. It does make me think that in terms of the stuff I want to see, I won't mind if it's all in the same show or if it's all different shows. But like, yeah, as you said, the search for Zuko's mum, the whole bit about Republic City getting founded, because that was like,
Oh yeah.
that sort of came to be when Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation sort of couldn't agree on terms of it's not really surrender. The terms
Like
of like the post-war politics, they couldn't like
yeah.
just stop fighting and become friends because you've
Yeah.
got grudges, and it's not hard to get rid of that.
Of course, I can't remember this because I have not seen the start of Korra in a long time. But like how Aang died, is
Yeah,
there like a story for that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there is a story. I think it's just, oh, he died because he got sick because he spent so long in an iceberg, his body
Soccer,
couldn't last that long.
soccer.
How did he die
What happened
exactly?
to soccer? I don't know how he died.
Do you
Like
know what?
why? Why did soccer die? Like what was the point of soccer dying?
uh,
Like
uh,
like you put his voice actor again in blimey Dragon Prince, so like it can't be due to like bad relationships, could it? Like actually, to be fair, he would have had a different voice actor, wouldn't he? Because he's older.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, not necessarily. You could get the same
yeah, yeah,
guy to pretend to be older. That
yeah.
works.
True, true, true,
Um,
true, true, true.
I'm trying to think.
How did Aang die?
Oh,
Let's
Kyoshi
see.
Warriors. I want to see a Kyoshi
Ah,
Warriors
yeah.
show with Ty Lee and what's her name? Oh my god, what's her name? Suki. There we go. Yes, and Sokka, I guess.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's sort of like from what brief I've read for like the 5 seconds I've looked. Yeah, apparently being frozen in the iceberg like drained his life energy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um.
technically he is like 166 something, right? But biologically he died like 50s, 60s when he
Yeah.
could have lived longer.
Which is quite young for
Yeah,
today's standards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Another
Kyoshi,
show.
I
Yeah,
think,
Kyoshi
yeah.
Warriors. It. They could venture out and do more like unexpected show ideas. So I've got here written down a show about Pai Sho, like that board game.
Oh,
Because
like
like the
Queen's
Queen's Gambit,
Gambit.
right? It's like
Yeah,
that's a really popular show, like that has
yeah.
popped up recently about chess. And
I,
I'm
I,
like, yes, you can have a show about
yeah.
Pai Sho.
You know what? You know what? I know I sort of sent you a video on TikTok like ages ago. I don't know if you saw it, but it's about this guy who found somebody who made Pi Show, like the game. Like,
Yeah,
there's a whole rule book on it as well. Like, there's a community who play it. I was like, I'd want to like screw chess. No, teach me how to play Pi Show.
I feel like they could make Pai Sho like a piece of merch, like something they could sell, and it would do really well. Like I'd buy
Yeah.
it.
I mean, okay, I know Dragon Prince is from the creators of Avatar, right? I think.
Yeah, one of the creators was like one of the creators of Avatar. Yeah.
Okay, so one of them is from Avatar. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, the Dragon Prince has been out for 4 years or something, right?
yeah,
And it's got so much stuff out. So it's got books already, right?
yeah,
Right? It's got a TTRPG, right, with
yeah,
handbooks and stuff.
yeah.
And it's also getting a board game.
Avatar does not have that yet.
Exactly.
It's got shows, it's got comics and books, but no
Give
board
us a
game.
board game.
Give us a board game. Give us
Yeah.
video game.
But
That'd be cool. I don't know how that would
ah,
work.
yeah, true. Maybe an MMORPG.
The thing is, like Harry Potter game things that involve magic don't necessarily produce the best games, in my
Mm.
experience. I think shows like Star Wars can have good games because it's shooting, it's flying, which is like racing.
And they also just had their own RPG as well.
Yeah, but like magic, I don't think there is a good magic combat system that I've that I personally know of. I'm sure there's stuff
Yeah.
out there, but a good magic combat system just doesn't exist yet. But maybe that's
True.
something that they could work on and make. There's that new Harry Potter game for PS5 coming out, like some
Oh yeah.
RPG thing.
But that's still like solo, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know.
It's sort of like, I guess it's like The Witch. I think The Witch is like a solo RPG. It's kind of like a maybe like Zelda sort of solo RPG. I think that
Yeah,
is.
I do
That's
like that
interesting.
though.
I mean,
It's fun. It
I mean,
sounds
like,
fun.
are we? I'm sorry to ask, but is that all we could sort of talk about Avatar? Because I do kind of want to talk.
I think that's it. Like,
Yeah.
unless we've got other show ideas. I mean, I've pretty much expanded my whole
Oh,
list.
actually, there is one more thing to talk about before I move on, but it's the the UK Disneyland.
Oh yes, yeah. Funny story about how I found this out. It was on a live stream of Stampy, and someone in the comments, not comments, like
Oh,
stream donation thingy, just brought it up, and I was like, wait, UK Disneyland is a thing? Let me search this up, and
it's like
apparently
Paramount now.
it's got some deal with Paramount, who of course like own
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
the London Resort,
They call it the London Resort, but it's in Kent, I think.
and it's proposed to open in 2024.
Yeah. It's like how the Paris
Okay.
Disneyland Resort isn't in Paris, it's just outside.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, yeah.
Yeah, so
It does
that
look
there's not much
interesting.
to say about that, but like if we could have like a section dedicated to like ATLA, if it's
Avatar
Paramount,
Land, yes, we need that.
yeah,
I mean, like,
I would say
I
carry on.
don't think it's gonna be as. I personally am not very hyped about this new like theme park, just because
No,
I mean, Avatar is cool, and I'd be hyped if it was confirmed that Avatar is gonna be like
okay, I will say one
there.
thing. I am glad we are getting another theme park. The UK needs it.
Yes.
Because like I'm pretty sure like America has like a Six Flags every state or something,
Yeah.
right? So like I'm glad we're getting something other than Chessington and Thorpe Park.
I
Uh,
mean, Legoland is cool. I've only been
like
there
okay,
once when I was
my beef
tiny.
with Legoland is I went when I was like 10, so I still remember going.
Oh, I
Right,
don't.
I adored it. It looked beautiful. It looked amazing. Right, my
Yeah.
only beef is the ride felt so short.
I mean,
Like
yeah.
I understand rides should be short, but like for one of their rides, which is like a giant dragon you're riding on, it just felt so
The green
short for what
one.
it was.
Is it green?
Yeah,
That's the only thing I
yeah.
remember from when I went there, and I went there when I was like
I
really
remember
small.
there was the log flume as well. There was a log flume.
Oh, I remember the log flume, but I didn't go on it. I think I
I
was,
still say
yeah,
Chessington. Chessington is so good. No matter what age you are, it's wonderful, right?
yeah.
Uh,
I've
but
never been to
Thorpe
Thorpe
Park,
Park.
I went there once when I was like 6. I got on none of the rides because I was too scared.
I guess with this UK Disneyland is not Disneyland. They just call it Disneyland because the concept art is, if you look at it, it's literally like rip off
Yeah,
Disneyland, but instead of Disney stuff, it's something else. And I'm not really hyped because looking at what I can read off the internet, like Star Trek, Doctor Who. I mean,
I mean
Downton Abbey.
Doctor Who's good. Doctor Who's good. I've not watched it yet, right? But I want to watch Doctor Who, right? I
Yeah,
will start it from like series from the modern 2005 Doctor Who is what I'm just gonna watch eventually when I get around to it.
yeah,
I'll skip certain episodes which I'm terrified of, aka the Stone Angels. I will skip those episodes. But I think Doctor Who is something good because Doctor Who even now has a huge fandom.
yeah.
If it's Paramount, there could be a Sonic ride
There
as
could
well,
be.
which
It's
is
just like I'm
interesting.
not really that hyped about the sort of like media deals that they're getting into, because it's like you've got Harry Potter, which is a big. We talked about this in the last episode, like
You're
the
gonna go to
biggest like franchises, and you've got Harry Potter, you've got Star Wars part of Disney, you got Disney, you
Yeah,
got Marvel part of Disney. Like, if you want to go to some place to experience like a fandom,
yeah.
you go to Disney, right?
Oh, dude, Paramount. Oh, wait, Paramount has stuff like SpongeBob, Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
But
Star
you
Trek.
see, with SpongeBob and like I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they kind of have a thing already in Universal,
Yeah,
even if they
true.
aren't owned. They just got like
Yeah,
some deal, so it's not going to be like a unique thing if they come to UK theme park. But that's
yeah,
basically why. I mean, it's definitely great. It's good for jobs and all that, but I'm personally not that hyped. And
yeah.
I
That's
mean,
yeah.
if Avatar's
I'm
involved,
yeah,
it would be great because Avatar
absolutely.
Land would be amazing.
Uh, well, yeah, that's just all about
We
theme
could
parks.
ride
There is just one
dragons.
thing. There's one
Appa!
thing.
No, we ride Appa.
Ah, yes,
Yes.
yes. I was. There was one thing I do want to talk about, and it's somewhat. We've already mentioned it, but the Dragon Prince, obviously, right?
Mhm.
I don't know whether we're finished. I don't know how far into the episode we are, but Dragon Prince, we've had 3 books. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Don't ask. I don't know what happened there, but
The
we've
accent
got
came out from
we've talked,
nowhere.
we've talked about this. There's 7 confirmed. There's 7 confirmed seasons, and
Yes.
we've had 3. And the last thing we saw was like Cocoon
Cocoon dude.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
the weird
Cocoon.
guy.
But I guess once again, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I guess we can just sort of like go like what we think's gonna happen in book 4, or like, and
You
what we think
see,
is gonna be called.
I've literally not touched Dragon Prince in like months, so but I don't know where the show is going.
Yeah,
But okay.
I just say the book 3 right now came out over a year and a half ago. At this point, it came out in
Jeez.
November of 2019, I think.
Jeez.
So it's been so long.
And it's
Really, it's been so
yeah.
long.
I don't think we're gonna get it anytime soon as well, because I do
But
remember seeing a few months ago,
yeah.
like they said that they were beginning production, and I assume it's Corona, like they probably
Like,
had to
the whole
pause.
TTRPG thing's popping off now as well. That
Yeah.
now that they've started, and they've also got the battle charged board game, which is like it has a bunch of characters, right? And you have like figures and stuff, which honestly I think I might buy
Yeah.
personally because it's going to be much easier to play than the TTRPG. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So like the battle charged board game, I think I will buy when it comes out.
Hmm.
Because it just seems like a cool and fun game, and I could even bring it to school. We could play it in school.
Yes, board games.
Oh, and we got another friend into it. We already had one friend who apparently sort of watched it, but now we've got another friend called Zach
Oh,
who
has he
you may
watched it?
know. He started it. Yeah,
Nice. We are
wonderful.
slowly getting more and more people to watch the stuff we do,
Yes.
because we
Oh
will
yeah.
totally turn geek mythology into a, I don't know.
No, no,
No.
no. No, 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 no. But yeah, the Dragon Prince, I personally think it's got such potential for world building. With obviously, again, the TTRPG is going to expand the world so much. But like,
Hmm.
I think if we think about like I don't even remember what the names of the we've had Moon. Moon
Oh,
was the
the
first
like the
one.
elements, not the elements.
Yeah, like what the name of the
You
season's
see.
going to be.
Oh, I made a series, not a series, a video on like elf magic stuff.
Yeah, but like, do you
So
know
you've got
how
like,
each book has
yeah.
been named after a certain
Wait,
one
what were
of
the
the elements?
first three? It was like water.
Has That's what
No,
I
it
gotta
wasn't
go for.
water.
No, it hasn't been an
It was
ocean
Earth,
yet.
Sun, and Moon, right? Something like that.
No, 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 no. I
No.
don't think it's no.
Forest. No.
Moon, sky, and sun.
Moon, sky, sun. Okay, and there's water. There's
There's ocean.
Earth,
There's stars,
stars. I think stars is the
and
mysterious one. The
yes,
cocoon guy is a star elf. I think it's mysterious. There's
there's stars. There's ocean, and there is like Earth or like whatever that
there's
one's
Earth, and then there's
called.
like forest. I think, or tree.
I'm pretty sure ages ago. Do you know when they announced there was going to be 4 seasons? Right, we
Yeah.
talked about we had our predictions, but it's been like year, like at least like a year since we talked about it. Right, that I've forgotten what our predictions were.
Watch Callum. Callum be the avatar of the elf magic thing, master of
Yeah,
all
no,
eight
I think he will because
magic elements.
Avalos obviously has mastered all the elements. He's the
Has
guy
he?
who's mastered. Yeah, Avalos, the night the star elf.
I thought he just used star magic, if that was a thing.
No. Do you not realize?
No, I didn't realize.
The bad guy, the
Yeah, yeah.
dad. Can't remember his
Oh,
name.
oh, the human guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, the dark,
the dark magic dude.
wizard
Right?
guy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's mastered all of them.
No. He's using Averross's power, and
Oh,
Averross is the one being to have mastered all the element to be able to use all the magic.
yeah.
And do you know where else
Uh,
this is mentioned? Do you know the cube, right?
no.
The cube that Callum has.
Oh, that cube, the magic cube. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I'm just giving you a lesson on
You see,
Dragon Prince.
I don't remember anything. Yeah, go
Okay,
on.
so basically, what it is I'm sorry, I'm half looking for something on Discord, but so basically, his dad sent him a letter, or somebody sent him a letter, which is with the cube, which says that Averross is the one who's mastered
Oh, I
all
think
of
I
the
remember
magic,
this now. Yeah,
and
yeah.
this cube used to belong to Averross as well.
It's like a holocron. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. So like yeah, and you see, do you know the dad,
Mm-hmm.
Byron, right?
Viren, I
He
think.
uses magic
Yeah.
against the soldiers, right? But that's basically Avarice is doing the magic and it's being channeled through Ryron. So Ryron does
Oh.
magic because Avarice is doing it. And like
But
that sort of do you
Callum
know like
can do it
yeah,
himself because he's special and he's like the main character.
yeah. And so like
Okay.
I think like Avarice is obviously gonna be the big bad, in my opinion. Because like he's been locked away somewhere as well, which is insane as
What's
well.
funny is I think Viren thinks he's using Aravos, but Aravos is
The
actually
classic.
using Viren. Like the classic,
And like
haha, I'm
I
in
think this
charge. No, you're not.
okay,
You're not
so
in
like
charge.
I think the cocoon's gonna I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know whether Avros is gonna come out of the cocoon or whether a butterfly is gonna come out of the cocoon.
It's gonna be Aravos with wings or something like that.
Yeah. And obviously there's always Claudia who's sorta just Claudia's losing it. Like
She's
even
gonna
at
have a. I know she's gonna have a redemption arc. She
yeah, but it's gonna
maybe
be
like at the
hard.
right in the middle of the show, she's gonna be super evil. But then towards the second half of the seasons, she's gonna have a redemption arc. I think that's what's
This
gonna
is like the
happen.
most weird family ever. You've got Ryan who's just like, hey guys, just kill each other, right? Just kill each other, it's fine.
I know
Then like
who would do that. Not
Claudia's just
even
like,
Darth
yeah,
Vader.
dark magic, yada yada yada. I love you. Someone's just like, you guys, I'm gonna go. I'm
No,
gonna
he's like
Callum, hi. Just like
he's like the
I
guy
love
who
Soren.
delivers pizza in that burning house meme. He's like, what?
No, genuinely, do you know Soren? Like he's kind of like like of course Callum is soccer because he's a mastermind dude, right?
Mm.
But I think Soren has had some smart ideas by accident sometimes, you know, because obviously he has experience as a soldier somewhat. But yeah, it's just like I love it, and we've got Ezrin back, and we've got the dragon. We've got the dragon mother, and
Oh
like
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
I forgot about that.
oh, I can imagine like Ezrin. Is his name Ezrin? I
As
think his name is.
Eren? No, Ezrin. Eren? No, that's
You
AOT.
know, yeah, no, Ezrin, I think his name is. But
Ezrin,
I
yeah.
just imagine like Ezrin's sort of like the father figure to like Zim, right? Because he takes care of him. I can just imagine like him and Zim's mother talking, go like, so how'd you take care of a baby dragon? Yeah, the Dragon Prince is brilliant. It's got such good comedic moments and stuff as well.
I just love the ending though when what's her name? The kid who's like the leader of like one of the armies just comes in and saves the day.
Oh
Like
yeah, oh yes. I don't know why I love her, but I love
I
her.
love her because she just like just decided to roast Viren at that meeting.
Yeah, she's
You
like
know,
it
like
might be because of how young she is, but she's so like adult.
yeah,
She's like she's ruling a country while she's the same age as Soren, right?
yeah.
Not Soren, Ezrin.
But like she's got
I
like
know
the
I'm
childhood
mistaken.
naivety, um
Yeah, its name's Ezrin.
like maybe
But
most leaders would go to war if someone like Viren persuaded them to, which he did in the case of the other leaders. But like a child, like they're not easily persuaded. If you say to them like go to war, Like they're gonna be like, why can't we be friends? And it might seem really
Yeah,
like a really dumb idea from like an
yeah.
older perspective, but it's
Can I
like
just say,
in this case it
yeah.
works. You can be
There's
friends.
obviously this is just a jumble of the Dragon Prince, right? We're just talking, right? But there's also the aunt who may have an LGBTQ relationship with the Sun Elf
Oh
as well.
yes, the general, the blind, not blind,
Yeah,
the mute
deaf,
person.
deaf.
Oh,
She's
deaf.
deaf.
Oh, deaf.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I guess since she's deaf, she never learned how to talk as well.
yeah, yeah.
But she can't hear herself talk, obviously. She can't hear anything, so she learns sign language and she reads lips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
which is interesting because obviously, that means like and we don't have such a weird love story like in Avatar with Aang and Katara because obviously Aang was really young, but here like Rayla and like Callum are like mid-teens, like they're like 15, 16, right? So you're gonna
Mm.
actually have like a proper romance, and they are in love. Like literally, season 3 was like, yeah, they're in love. Like they've told each other now, sort of thing as well.
You can tell that they. Yeah, you can tell definitely when he jumps off the cliff and he doesn't know how to fly. Like, who would do that?
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
be
no,
really,
yeah.
really like, to jump off a cliff and
Yeah.
save her.
Basically, the Dragon Prince. I just keep remembering how funny the Dragon Prince is. There's just so
Yes.
many funny moments in it, like how when the Sky Elf is like humans can't, and he's just like, "Babe." No, I can't swear. I'm sorry. But it's where Callum's just like, excuse me, zap, and he's like, humans can do magic, okay.
And then there's the impressions like, hi, no, wait, no. Hi, I'm
Hi,
Rayla.
fellas, I'm human male. I have 5 fingers. Yes.
And she's like, what? She does like some Southern American accent as well. It's just funny.
Yeah, she does like
Oh
a farmer accent.
no, yeah, she does like American farmer accent, and then Sokka, he's like American, does like I don't know British, like hi, I'm a tree elf or something like that.
Oh, it's really
Not
Aussie.
Cockney or something,
He
right?
does like an Aussie
Aussie,
accent.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what I've achieved this podcast? I've achieved Seth remembering what's great about Dragon Prince. But do you know, I might rewatch it. I might rewatch the first 3 books eventually.
Speaking of rewatching, I do have a big urge to rewatch the Clone Wars, but it's just
Oh,
so long, and like there's
yeah,
just
it's,
stuff I need
like
to
maybe
do.
rewatch certain arcs.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah,
I might rewatch season 7, like at least the Bad Batch episodes before Bad Batch the show
yeah.
comes out.
Like
But yeah.
yeah, especially with, like genuinely with Dragon Prince, since we've had such a long break, right?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna have to rewatch it regardless, right? Just to like remember certain things. But you know what? It's 27 episodes to rewatch. It's fine. We can rewatch it. And maybe when like book 4 comes out, we can watch it together. Maybe somehow.
In real life, or
Yeah, maybe in real life. You
that's
know.
so impossible. Oh.
Yeah, no.
If the country gets its things
Yeah. If the
together.
country's back together, it will be interesting because like it's 9 episodes. It's 3 hours. We can watch it together if you came over to
I
my
find
house or
it
something.
I find it funny how it's like unthinkable, like going going
Yeah.
inside to be with people. Like
Yeah, but yeah,
it's
I
so
think that's sort of
alien.
a good place
Yeah,
to end of the episode. Talk about like rewatching some stuff. But guys, if you haven't watched The Dragon Prince, go do it.
do it.
Genuinely, like it is
Anyway,
good. Also, The Owl House, just as an offsite,
yeah,
both
yeah.
cool magical shows.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Moving on to the next part of the podcast, which is autocomplete.
Ooh, what letter should we do?
I have no
Related to
idea.
this
I did not prepare a letter for today's
Should
episode,
we
so
do that? Should we do K because Cora and K is an interesting letter.
I think we've done K. Have we done K before? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Random
I
number
don't know.
generator.
Okay, yeah. Number generator. Let's be quick about this. I think like we weren't expecting. I was gonna say we weren't expecting this to be a long episode because we were talking about like Avatar,
It's
right?
only been
And we're like,
40 minutes, 45
that's
minutes.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, 6. A B C D E F
Is it
F
F? F?
F.
I like how we have to sing the alphabet. Like no one
Uh,
knows.
Nobody knows the alphabet.
Yeah, or at least nobody knows like the number
Yeah.
that corresponds with
Should,
each
should we
letter.
have you typed in F, or should we
I've got
just?
F, yeah.
I've got F.
Oh my gosh.
I've got something. Okay.
Mine is
Okay.
mine really shows just how geeky I say. I'd
Okay,
say
go ahead. Go ahead.
the number one. It's the number
Number
one
one
result.
victory royale. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? Number one victory royale. Something
Yeah.
something. Get down.
Yeah.
Right now, you just wiped out Tomato Town.
Shut up! I just
I want
got
to
my
jog with you.
Shut up!
We could be pro Fortnite gamers, yeah.
No, I
Oh
want. I
gosh.
just want. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I think we can't do. I think our audience has deserted us. I'm sorry. I'm
There's
sorry.
nobody left.
Anyway, what was I going to say? My top result is formula for absolute uncertainty. Physics.
That's not geeky. That's nerdy.
Yes. It's
Oh my god.
disclaimer. I do not normally search that up. I think it was just something
You were talking
recent.
about on Discord, yeah.
Because like I forgot what uncertainty was. It's like weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember anything from like measurements topic.
Yeah.
Like it's such a boring topic. Like, ooh, what is the uncertainty of a ruler? How do you measure something? Yes, because that's
What else do you have?
Formula One. Like,
Okay, fair enough.
it says here Formula One calendar. I just wanted to know where the races, when the races were, so I
It's
could
by
watch it.
chance is Formula One toaster there?
No, toaster. Yeah, so there was a tweet from F1 driver Lando Norris. Like he has his merch company, like gaming company, like thing. It's not really a company. It's more like a.
You did
like
a raffle for a toaster.
Yeah, so he's got like this. What would you call it? It's
No,
it's kind of like the Sideman. What do you call a group of like content creators?
a group.
A group?
Of content
Okay.
creators?
So he has this group of content creators and they were selling merch and they had like this toaster. And I was like,
Toaster.
never in my life have I considered getting a toaster. But
I
today
mean, like,
is the day.
it was only a matter of time before you like grew up and you were like, I kind of need a toaster, don't
But
I?
I don't need a toaster. I just entered this raffle for a toaster
Yeah.
because it's merch, and it's
I
like
would say
this competition thing.
Yeah. I think there's two interesting things I can talk about on my side, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first one is just feature film definition because I searched
Oh
up
yeah,
earlier, but
yeah.
I searched up Fortnite's release date earlier this week.
Is that why you were singing?
No, no. But no, that wasn't the reason I was doing. But basically, yesterday, Zach and I were talking about how some things made like our old like Minecraft YouTubers. Like I started watching Dan TDM like what, like 7, 8 years ago and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, I searched up Fortnite to see when it came out. It's not that old. It's only like almost 4 years old.
No,
But
that's old. No, like
in terms of games, it's
feels like
old.
yesterday. Feels like
I was like,
yesterday.
yeah. The other one is this is just random. I've obviously got stuff like Facebook. I don't know what this is. FTSE. I'll click on that. There's obviously Friday Night Dinner, like the British sitcom. But like one that caught my eye was Funky Pigeon, you know, like the card company.
Funkypigeon.com.
I
Why
knew
do I
that.
remember the song?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to mention it because you know it's like a classic British sort of company, like adverts, you know.
Like the best adverts are the ones that like have a jingle which you can't get out of your head. Like you
Yeah.
brought up Funky Pigeon. I've legit never seen a Funky Pigeon advert in like years. But I remember the jingle. Like washing machines with longer with Calgon.
It's like the hex bug. What's that coming over the hill?
It's a hex bug. Yeah. It's Lally Kelly, the cutest shoes. Oh yeah. I remember that.
Little cat. Oh yeah, that's something, wasn't it? Do you know like the Zuzu, the hamsters?
I remember, but I
them?
don't remember a song.
Yeah. Just like we love British TV sometimes.
I mean, British adverts are just good. Like
Bang, there's Bang as
bang,
well.
yeah. But British adverts, right? They're like, this might be a stereotype, but in America, right? Apparently, they get like lots of like insurance or drug, like medicine adverts. We've got fun, like, I don't know, fun jingles and songs, and like watching the adverts or commercials is actually not that bad here. Like, okay, no, I'm lying, but I wouldn't mind watching 2 minutes of commercials.
Don't ask what I just sent you. It's something I know because of Jacksepticeye. It's just funny.
The ultimate. Okay.
We watch that later. You don't need to watch it now. But it's like one of the lines I remember from the fact that it's like, my granny's got arthritis. I don't quite. No, it's like his granny says something. It's like, I don't quite know what that means, but granny's got arthritis.
Oh god.
I've probably offended some people with that accent.
But yeah, I do want to remember, just quickly back to that toaster thing that we briefly talked about. It's just a bit of a rant, or a bit of a, I need to get my feelings out there. But I put on Twitter, like, yes, I never have I ever considered getting a toaster, but like something along those lines. I put it on Twitter as a tweet, and I tagged Lando, or quote retweeted it, and then he liked it. Like, famous guy with F1 driver with like 1 million or something followers likes my tweet, but then I delete it because I was in the process of deleting it already, and I was like, I pressed the delete button, and at the same time a notification popped up, and I was like, I deleted it. No.
Oh no.
And it's like, it's just fun to have interactions with famous people on Twitter. Like, I know Super Carlin Brothers like liked one of my tweets, and then retweeted another one when I talked about a book that they recommended. And I'm like, it's just fun to have like interactions with famous people.
Yeah.
It's just nice to know that they're out there.
Like, it's like, I think when I was in like year 7, I would have been absolutely like, oh my god, I'm talking to like a YouTuber. But now it's sort of like you're a lot more calm, while also like, I feel like once you get older, you realize like it's not like something crazy, but it's like you can be more respectful while also fanning out. Because like when you're a child, you might, when you're younger, you're sort of like, I don't know if it's like boundaries, or like you just feel like, I feel like when you're younger, you're more likely to go borderline stalking somehow. I don't know how, but you might.
It's like when I, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when Bed Wars was still new, this relatively small Minecraft YouTuber. I mean, small in the sense that you've got big popular people like Tommy in it these days, but SB737.
He is not small.
No, he's not small. He's got like 1 million subs or something, but he's not relevant. Like,
he's kind of like Squid, right? He's sort of like one of the older people, like Big B Stats, right? Nobody really talks about him much.
Yeah,
but he's still popular.
They're not small, but they're not like, no one talks about them anymore.
They're not relevant, yeah.
But like, even back then, he wasn't that big. Like, you had people like Preston Plays.
You sort of just saw him in like you saw him in like the Hunger Game videos and stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, when he was playing Bed Wars live streaming Bed Wars, I used to try and stream snipe him and like try and get in the same games.
Oh yeah.
And I did that like a couple times, and sometimes he'd have parties and I'd get in. But like, even like back then, just getting into the same game was like a big bragging, like, oh my god, I'm in the same game as this YouTuber. Like, how cool is that?
I think that's what put me off like being so excited. Like, that's what's made me like not so excited, is because like I'm sort of somebody who doesn't like bragging and stuff. And like when you're younger, you're sort of like, haha, look at this, I've done this. But like now I'm just sort of like, if I meet them, it's good for me. I got to meet them. I interacted with them.
But back then I was like, this is a big deal. But nowadays it's like it's not that big. Like
stuff like Cyclone, he's a YouTuber. Like I'm now friends with people because of his server and like their mods, and I'm like, I could care about Cyclone, but look at these people I've met because of. I'm kidding. I love Cyclone.
I guess it all comes down to perspective. Like
Yeah.
back then, like even a shout out or them saying your name or even just like a 1 second
Yeah.
cameo in a video is like big. But nowadays it's like
Yeah.
they're not going to remember you. Like these
I guess the
YouTubers,
point
like
is when you're younger, you have more chances of being annoying.
yeah.
Is what it is.
But I guess my point is like that it's not significant, and if you look
Yeah.
at like they're not going to remember you if you like turned up at one of their games or you're one of the many like shout outs that they give in their live stream. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
a very rare
you're
chance that you
insignificant,
actually-
and I'm sorry to
Yeah.
say this, but like
they appreciate everybody who follows them, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're gonna know everyone.
they
follows
appreciate you as or the community as a
viewer.
whole.
Yeah.
But like they're not gonna appreciate you as a person or like you individually unless you, I don't know, did something really big, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
But obviously,
Yeah.
we're not undermining the serotonin you get from. Okay,
Yes.
you still get the serotonin.
You know what? Like go ahead, go and I don't know, stream snipe, or play games with them. You know, get a screeny, that sort of stuff, because
Yeah.
it's fun. But like,
Yeah.
Um,
Where does
just
this
don't be
conversation go?
I don't.
Yeah,
This came from
okay, this is maybe for like anybody younger watching this. If you're like early teens, just remember to be respectful when you're like meeting somebody, whether it be in real life or online.
yeah,
Just be respectful and also be careful.
yeah.
But yeah, just make sure you're not annoying them in any way. That's all.
I think that's pretty much it. Like
That's a good,
question
yeah.
of the day. I mean, I don't have a question written
Agreed.
down because fan engagement is so low these
know.
days. People, if you have questions, tell us in Discord
Yes,
or
yes.
in the comments, or you can tweet. Just ping
Yeah.
me, at me, tag
Yeah.
me. My it's just
yeah.
on Instagram. DM me. It is literally sugeypopplanet, SUGEYYT. That is my
Yeah.
shameless plug. Social media. Like, ask me anything because for the last 5 minutes of this podcast, we have nothing to talk about. So I guess
We just kind of ramble on.
yeah.
Autocomplete has given us some topics though. That's nice.
Yeah. Do you have any questions like about like a fandom that I might
guess.
like?
Okay, I guess one thing is I don't know if we've asked this, but what's your favorite cartoon? Everyone,
Me?
you know,
Uh.
not you, the
Oh,
audience.
it's question of the day. Is it a role
Yeah.
reversal? Are we asking
Yeah,
the audience the
yeah.
question?
Yeah,
Ooh,
what's your favorite cartoon franchise? Sort of.
yes.
What is your
Thanks.
favorite cartoon? Is it Avatar?
That's a very good opinion. I like what we're having. Are you a one-way?
I think we should just stop
One-way
before we go there.
conversation. Just improvising a response to a non-exist. If you actually replied back, you know what? I'm gonna stop.
Just stop.
Yes, let's just stop right
Yeah.
now.
Anyway, guys, we upload every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, Friday at noon, BST currently. So GMT +1.
I don't even know. It's just every Friday. It's gonna be there at some point.
Follow Seth on Twitter and on Instagram at SugeyYT.
Also follow
subscribe to the
Sal.
YouTube channel.
He's got Twitch
yes,
now.
subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Twitch.
How's streaming going? Is it fun?
There's certain things. It's fun. I'm gonna do like some games. You know, I am actually buying a new mouse because I would have bought one by now because this is like 5 months into the future. I don't know. Hello, future.
Yep, follow us and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time with the next episode. But thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.